Hello, welcome to the first topical call on non-toxic or not so toxic home and beauty products. We had a wonderful call. Unfortunately, did not record it. So I'm just going to go back over some of the products that we talked about. Um, if you're new to my coaching or my world. My name is Jenny McGurk, and I am a certified health and wellness coach. I'm a certified hypnotist and an EFT practitioner. I also identify as a psychic medium. I do aura and Akashic record readings. We did a call 2 weeks ago on connecting to your spirit guides. And in that call, I talked a lot about how one of the important things to do in developing your intuition and opening the channel of connection to your guides, spirits, the universe, God, however you perceive it, whatever your word for it is really eliminating toxins in your life. And so we talked about toxic environments, toxic people, energy vampires. We talked about eating clean, like the toxins that are in the foods that we eat. I talked a lot about alcohol. Alcohol is a neurotoxin. Um, and then it kind of sparked the idea for this call. So, what is something that so I always liked to encourage people to do what you can with what you have that's available to you, right? So we all have control over what we buy every day and what products we bring into our home. And so the idea for creating this call for beauty products and home products, because that's something that we all can immediately kind of have control over and on a weekly basis start to implicate new products as we use out the old ones. So that was that's the idea for the basis of this call. So I am not like 100% non-toxic. So how do you like determine what is toxic and what is non-toxic? It's basically based off of certain ingredients, right? There's like 20 top ingredients that are deemed toxic to the body that the FDA still allows in our products in the US. If you go to Europe, it's different. So I'm not going to get into all of those. The best resource I can offer you to look up those things is a beauty database. And I'm actually I'll share the screen right here and pull this up. So this is, hopefully, this is the beauty database that I use. It's EWG.org. Cosmetic database. So essentially you just type in the product. I'll start with Lush, my Lush Love perfume that I got in London on my honeymoon. And so if you click on that, I hope you all can see this. It'll show you, it gives you, they all have a number, 1 through 10, 1 and 2 being green, and then 3, 4, 5, and 6 being orange, 7, 8, 9, and 10 being red. So it's basically rating it from best to worst. So Lush Love perfume rated 5, and then it'll go through and it'll just show you why it's giving that rating, and then it'll actually go through each ingredient and rate them all. And so one thing that you'll find is fragrance. Fragrance is one of the number one toxins in products. So go back to, you can see that. Okay. So this was the perfume I was talking about. So like I said, I'm not 100% non-toxic. I like to, in eating and in products, I'm kind of an 80-20. 80% clean, 80% organic, 80% non-toxic, and then 20% not, right? Also, I want to say I have absolutely no affiliation with any of these products. I don't make a dime off of promoting any of these. I am actually quite, I don't want to say sick of, because I don't want to yuck on anyone's yum. And I think that there's a lot of women out there, providing for their families by selling these products, but there's just an oversaturation of, I guess, social media influencers pushing products, and they're all affiliated. So it's a weird thing. So I'm not affiliated with any of this. So the the so that you can use that website to determine what toxic is or is not. The things that I try and stay away from is fragrance, parabens, petroleum, sodium lauryl sulfate. I try to really stay away from, but I will say that sodium lauryl sulfate is definitely one of the things that I'm like on the 20% of. And that's why I started with Lush, because that's what most of their products have is sodium lauryl sulfate in it. And that's what kind of keeps them in like the 5 to 6 range on that website. And that's kind of what I try to stay in. I don't try to, I try and stay in a 5 and under, nothing over a 6. And I don't think anything I have here to talk about is over a 6. Fluoride in toothpaste is another huge thing. Fluoride is a toxin. If you're on my Patreon, I have a whole thing on fluoride. It's not a secret. It calcifies your pineal gland. And it's just not great to consume it, right? I'm not talking about whether it keeps tooth decay. That's another thing. But if you're drinking it in your water, or it's in your toothpaste and you're ingesting or absorbing some of that. But that fluoride is a whole nother topic for another day. But yeah, you can Google the toxin, the top 20 toxins. And one thing I want to talk about too is greenwashing. So obviously in the last couple of years, wellness has become profitable for big companies. And what they do is that they'll put on their labels, called, label greenwashing on the labels, is they'll use terms like all natural. They'll use the term non-toxic, or they'll use certain terms that are greenwashing. But then when you flip it over and you read the ingredients, you'll discover that, well, first of all, the ingredients list is this long. It's a red flag. But you kind of have to educate yourself and memorize the top 10 at least, so that you can be a smart consumer and not be, unfortunately tricked into a lot of these products that are not as non-toxic as they look like on the label. There's a whole marketing ploy that goes into how they do the labels too. Anyway, so don't trust the label. Google the top ones, and like I said, sodium lauryl sulfate, and of course it's like sugar. They come in a bunch of different. They call it a bunch of different things, so it's not just sodium lauryl sulfate. It's petroleum is also another big one, and turpentine is in a lot of stuff, and it also is another one of those that has a bunch of different names that they call it. I'm sure if anybody was like, looking at shampoo and they saw turpentine, I don't think anybody would use that. So anyway. Also to like be a label reader, like read everything, not just what the food that you put in your body, but the products of what you put on your body and in your household. But I think fragrance is a really big one. And this is something that we talked about in the Spirit Guide workshop. If you've ever been, especially like at the gym, working out, people are sweating and they, start to smell odors in the air, and you can smell their laundry detergent. That's a toxin, and that fragrance is, yeah, not good. So I'm going to go through some of the products that I use. There were some other ones that I wrote down that I haven't used, and then there's a couple of stuff that I have used that are heavily marketed and pushed by other coaches and people in social media that just did not work, but actually were damaging. So I guess I'll get started. So I have a little graph here that I made. So this has the different products that I'm going to talk about. I kind of broke it up into home, hair and skincare, face, teeth, oral, and deodorants, because that's a big thing too, because that's what your sweat glands, you're sweating, but they're open, and so you're actually bringing in. So I think we'll start there. So I'm going to have this available with the PDF also, because I'm a visual learner. And you can give me a list of things and I'll probably forget it. But if you give me a picture, like a what's it called? A vision board, I'll remember that. I'll remember the colors and the shapes way more than I'll remember like a PDF. So deodorant. Deodorant and so antiperspirant, the main chemical in antiperspirant is aluminum, and aluminum is linked to Alzheimer's and dementia. So you don't want to consume that, and you don't want that on your body. Your skin is your largest organ, and not only do you sweat out your glands, but you pull things in from your body through your skin, and so deodorant is a big one, and I think that it's more and more becoming more common. People are becoming aware of that. So I've been doing this for a long time. I've been interested in non-toxic products for a really long time. Probably, I think it began when I was pregnant with my first son. He's 16, so 17 years ago. And I think that is pretty common with women and men. But I think when you're pregnant and you have another being inside of you, and you realize or understand that everything that you consume, touch, put on your body could potentially affect that baby negatively or positively. I think that was the biggest wake up call for me, is when I started really looking into what I was putting into my body. And I think the fluoride was really the fluoride in toothpaste was kind of where it really started. Then the second thing was deodorant. So for the past 17 years, I have been experimenting with deodorant. I used to make my own, which worked, but I have really sensitive skin, and the baking soda really irritated my skin. So it did what deodorant was supposed to do, but it would make me break out in rash. So that's not, fun. So I've done the crystals, I've done all of that stuff, and some of it kind of worked. None of it really worked. Some of it would work for a while, and then and I think this is the case with a lot of deodorant, you'll notice that you'll use it for a while and then it'll just stop working. I don't exactly understand why. My personal opinion is that your body chemistry is changing. For women, it could be where you are in your cycle in the month, your hormones. For men, it could be your testosterone levels. It could be supplements, medicine, something that is affecting the chemistry in your body, and it's making you smell differently. And so maybe what you were using isn't working as well. So I kind of have two different ones that I'll switch off with. But this is what I have discovered is the best deodorant ever. And the company is La Vanilla. And this is the sport one. I think this is the sport one. I have the sport one. Yeah, this is the sport one. Sport one, and then I have the vanilla. I mean, no, lavender one. And so, yeah, but this is the deodorant that I love and recommend. Let's see, I'm gonna pull up that little screen again. So we did deodorant. Oh, let's do toothpaste since we were talking about uh fluoride. So I think I just have the mouthwash. So we're right here under teeth, rinse well. Okay. So this is something that about a year ago, I switched from a regular dentist to a holistic dentist because I have quite a few amalgam fillings, silver fillings. And I actually developed, so one of them cracked. And that's a long story. I won't get into it, but and I developed a rash on my cheek, and the dentist said that yes, if you have amalgams, silver fillings that are more than 10 years old, this is what he said, that they're probably leaching into your body. So that's mercury. Um, and this is what he recommended was rinse well. You see that? So this is the mouthwash, and it actually remineralizes your teeth. So if you have tooth decay, or you have a tooth that, if you have the beginning of a cavity, it will actually stop the decay. And they have a toothpaste too. They have a kids that's cake batter flavored. My kids did not like it. And then they just have a mint one. And then the other brand of toothpaste that we use is Hello. So most of the stuff that I get, you can get at the grocery store. I live in Central Virginia, Richmond, Virginia. So we have Kroger, we have Publix, we have Wegmans, Trader Joe's, Lidl or Lidl, and Aldi. I'm sure I'm missing. Then we've got like Costco and all that stuff. So most of the stuff that I use, I actually physically walk into a store and buy. Some of the things I order. Most of this is I get at Target. I'm a mom of three, and it's easy for me to go to Target, and it's affordable. But this is something that you have to order, rinse well, and you can do a subscription, not a prescription, a subscription, where it's less and they just send it to you. So that's what I recommend for toothpaste. And then, so I'll talk about the other thing that I order. And this isn't, I guess this is home. Well, yeah. So it's Briotech. This is topical skin spray. So if you go and you look on Briotech's website, they have a ton of stuff. This is the only thing that I purchased. This is kind of a new thing to me. And so I've been, I guess, just testing it out to see if I like it or not. They have pet products. They have wound products, first aid products. They have, I think they have a face wash. So this is topical skin spray. And what we use it for is for when there's sickness in the house. So it's kind of like hand sanitizer, sort of, but you can literally spray it in your mouth. You can spray it all over your face. We spray it in the refrigerator. So this time last year, I had COVID. And so, we sprayed everything down. But yeah, I mean, it's a very light spray. I mean, I just sprayed it on my face. But it's like a mist. Some people you can put it in humidifiers. So if you have an upper respiratory bronchitis, I have a son has asthma, COVID, you can put it in a humidifier and actually, well, inhale it, breathe it in through or like one of the ones on your faces. So that's another one that I order. So let's do laundry. No, that was skin. Let's stay with skin. So let's do what do I want to do? What do I want to do? All right. So the one of the other, I'm so paranoid. I'm not recording this, so I keep on looking at. So I do have like you can see it on my face. Okay. Um, so this also too. So you know what? I want to preface this too. I think I talked about this a little bit before. Is I have rosacea. I'm also Irish, very pale skin, very sensitive skin. I have histamine intolerance, which I get hives really easily. And so the Briotech is a lot of reviews. Now, I don't have like eczema or anything like that, but a lot of the reviews is that it helps with eczema and that's why it's a topical skin spray. So the reason why I said that is because I do have rosacea. So a lot of these products are geared toward rosacea. If you don't know what rosacea is, it's a that's a big topic too. There's two kinds of rosacea. No one really knows why you have it. I have theories on that, but I'm not going to get into it right now. Um, but you can get rosacea you can get um, red bumps, red flushing, all different types of forms of rosacea. So the other brand that I really, really, really like that I've used for a really long time is Shea Moisture. And this is the coconut. I love coconut, and I know it's polarizing. Some people hate coconut, the taste or the smell. I love it. So a lot of the stuff they have is coconut flavored, but they have tons of different scents. And I love them all except for uh, coincidentally, it's hibiscus and coconut. There's something that I don't like the hibiscus in it. I'm very sensitive. Um, I'm very sensitive to smells. I'm very sensitive to stimulation, but smells is something that is off-putting to me. So, but Shea Moisture has uh, shampoo and conditioner, and that's the main shampoo and conditioner I think that we use. They have lotion. They have all sort of face cleaning products, which I have used. I don't like them as much. I pretty much just stick with the shampoo and the lotion, shampoo, conditioner, lotion. Look them up. The story behind them is great. They even have like the story posted on the label. Um, I just realized I didn't bring down one product that has another story on the label that is another polarizing product that people either love or hate. And again, this you can get at any pretty much grocery store. I get it at Target. The um, the vision board that I made has a picture of the frankincense and myrrh baby line, which I used on my daughter when she was a baby. And there's something about that smell that's amazing. I still use it. The baby stuff isn't as easy to find. I can find it at Kroger. But I love the Shea Moisture stuff. So what else is there? I'm gonna look back on my little vision board here. I hope that you all can see this. Yeah, that's the baby, the Shea Moisture. Oh, and the lotion. So Earthly, I don't have it down here right now because it's my son's, but Earthly is another company that is online. I think they're based in Utah, which is oddly where a lot of supplement companies are based out of. Um, Earthly has, I've gotten, I've bought a couple of their products. Some I liked, some I didn't like as much, but they have magnesium nighttime lotion. So magnesium you can ingest, obviously, um, and then you can put it on topically, but it kind of burns, and especially someone who has sensitive skin, it makes me itchy. Like I can't put it on. Found out the hard way. But we actually have it. So it's really good for. So I was just commenting on a hypnosis Facebook group that I'm in for hypnosis for people who have restless leg syndrome, and I commented that a lot of the time restless leg syndrome is a sign of magnesium deficiency, and so that's why we have the lotion for restless leg syndrome or growing pains. If you have kids that have growing pains, magnesium lotion is really good for it. But also it helps with sleep, and so that's why we have it is for our kids. But again, my son has very sensitive skin like I do, and the thing I like about the Earthly magnesium lotion is that they have one for babies that is for sensitive skin, and it doesn't if you ever put magnesium lotion on and it like kind of burns. Some people say it tingles, but it burns me. This stuff doesn't. I don't have it with me, but it'll be on the list and it's on the vision board picture. They have a charcoal stick that's like a drawing salve that is for like bug bites and abrasions and things like that. And I got it and I liked it, but it is a mess. It's literally like just rubbing charcoal on you and it gets everywhere. It gets on your clothes. It gets everywhere. Um, it's kind of like charcoal toothpaste. If you've ever used charcoal toothpaste and you spit it out in the sink and it makes a huge mess everywhere. Um, which is kind of funny because all toothpaste does that, but you just don't see it because it's white. So maybe it's a good thing that you see it. I don't know. Um, I have given Earthly products as gifts to people. They have a really amazing baby line and postpartum line. The other thing I really like about them too is they have guides like this. They're all like digital guides. Some of them are free that you can download. Some of them are minimal, like $10. But I like that company. And they're like a smaller company. Pretty sure they're based in Utah. Um, so that was, let's see. Mm-hmm. So I touched on hair a little bit. So I don't really do a whole lot with my hair. I wash it and then I put it in two braids and I pretty much leave it like that until I work out and then I put it in a ponytail and then I wash it and I put it in two braids. It's down today because I had a training call with my hypnosis certification. So I was trying, and that's why I have lipstick on too. um, but I do like Pacifica. They're salty beach waves. Um, and they are, yeah, no parabens, um, SLS, sodium lauryl sulfate, or mineral oils. We talked about in the other call about seed oils. Um, Industrial oils are in almost all of our food and in our products. It's petroleum, things like that. It's oil, basically. So this is pretty much the only thing I put in my hair. And the hair products I'm going to get to on the end of uh, products that I've tried that not only didn't work, but actually like were damaging. So what else do I have? Okay, I'll talk about face. So again, I talked about I have rosacea, and then so it's a bit of a trial and error of what products that I've used. There is a company called Tatcha, which is a Japanese company. They're online. You can get them at Sephora and on Ulta. I don't know how to say it. Ulta. It's like Lidl, Lidl. I don't know, but they're amazing, and they have. You can see it on the little vision board again. I'll pop it up right here. This like under face, this like aqua-y thing. It's this rice polish and it's this fine rice powder, and you put it in your hand, you put a bit of water and you like activate it, and it's like it's amazing. But all of their stuff is good. They have um uh, a lotion, a face lotion. I think it's called water lotion. I don't have any of that stuff with me. I just grabbed a couple of things. But Tatcha is really amazing stuff too. If you have rosacea, if you have sensitive skin. So then also, oh, the other thing too is Badger. This stuff is really great. Face oil as a lotion, especially in the winter. This has sea buckthorn oil. Um, Again, good for rosacea. And this is, I think this is at Target. I think I got this at Good Foods Grocery, which is just a local health food store. Another face thing that I love is rose water spray from Heritage, which is part of, I think, still the Edgar Casey Institute down in Virginia Beach. I could be wrong about that. I'm pretty sure that's where it started through, though. But you can find that stuff uh, again, Target, Kroger, online. It's Heritage Rose Water Spray. I like the Rose Water Spray is like a astringent, but also a face lotion in the summer. And then they have one that has glycerin in it, glycerin and rose water in the winter if you're a little bit drier. Another astringent I like is Thayer's. Thayer's. I go with pronunciations. So I have these two. This is for my son. But just it's a witch hazel, aloe vera, rose petal. They have lavender. They have all different scents. And these are little pads for my son likes these. And then so makeup, I don't wear a ton of makeup, but I do wear some. The It Cosmetics is amazing. Again, I believe that the person that created this has rosacea also. And so all of this stuff is really good for if you have that or if you have sensitive skin. So I use this powder. I hardly ever use this stuff. What even is this? CC anti-aging serum. It's color. I guess it's like cover up. Uh, I don't do anything with my eyebrows. I use Maybelline mascara, which I don't think is very non-toxic. I have to look it up. Maybe I'll look it up on the thing before we go. And Hourglass eyeliner. And the lipstick that I have on is Flower by Drew Barrymore. And I actually have a couple of her things. I love Drew Barrymore. She has these glasses that I'm obsessed with, trying to find them. Um, Jane, if you're watching this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She did not come up on the database. So I don't know what their number is as far as where they rate on that. They do have their ingredients list. Some things, yeah, they have castor seed oil, you know. So if anybody knows a good makeup company that's non-toxic, I know Beauty Counter is probably the most well-known one, and I looked them up. They're like certified on the beauty database. So you can't go wrong with Beauty Counter. I have tried some of their stuff, and it was It was good. It worked good. It just didn't wow me or blow me away. And so, you have to order it. Is it, I think it is an MLM. You have to order it. It's just, I need easy and convenient and cost effective. But I do think it is a good product. It is a good, brand to use. I talked about, the Love, so Lush. I talked a little bit about that. I do have a couple of Lush products. I love their perfumes. Again, this Love I got in London on my honeymoon, and they discontinued it for a while, and then they brought it back, and then I bought a ton, and then they discontinued it again. And then this one is called Dirty, and I love it. It's so good. I love it so much. Ugh. See, there's a smell that I like, it's amazing. But when there's a smell I don't like, oh, the one other face thing I forgot to talk about is La Roche Posay, I believe is how you pronounce it. Again, at Target. This, I was like, I started using it. I don't even know why I started using it. I was nervous to look it up on the database because I was like, oh, I don't know. There's just something about the packaging that says toxic to me. Uh, but it was like a 3 or 4, and they have tons of products. What's happening here? Um, so it's not just a company. The database does individual products, so you have to be diligent. Um, but yeah, I was surprised. I mean, yeah, it's got sodium lauryl sulfate. Can't get away from that stuff. That's like the seed oil of products. So sodium lauryl sulfate. So, but this works. Works in the sense of it cleans your skin. Uh, they have all different types. So this is the medicated formula. This is actually my son's. He's a teenager, so he needs the acne medication. Um, but this stuff really works. I have a bunch of the other ones, and I have their lotion too. I like that stuff. Okay. Missed any of the beauty stuff. Let me go back to my handy dandy. I sure hope you can see this when I'm pulling them up. I talked about, yep. Face, Tatcha, HelloFresh. Oh, all right. So the last thing I want to talk about, which I've gone on a lot longer than I thought I would, um, the soap that we use Dr. Bronner's. And I've used this stuff. I mean, I remember reading the label like when I was in my parents' house when I was in high school. And I know Dr. Bronner's has been around since like the 70s. But that's how long I've been using it. And it's people really have strong feelings about what's written on that label and the product itself. I love it. I used peppermint in the summer and lavender in the winter. The peppermint is really strong, and if it's cold out and you step out of that shower and you're covered in peppermint, it's shocking. So that's what we do. That's it. And we also use Method. Method is another company. They're kind of around the 4 or the 5 on the scale. Uh, we use their cleaning products. I don't have any of their stuff right here. I do. Oh no, I don't. We use their so they have hand soap, they have uh, body wash, they have, I don't think they have shampoo or conditioner, but then they have cleaning products, spray stuff, um, laundry stuff. So I like Method also. And the other cleaning stuff that I love is Mrs. Meyer's. This is the rose scent, but that's not actually what's in here. I buy the bottles, and the bottles are actually really well made spray bottles. So I'll buy a bunch of the spray bottles and then the big jugs and just refill them. I like them. And I just, oh, so then, okay, so laundry detergent. This is something that I just recently discovered. Um, I have a background in clothing. I was a seamstress, professional seamstress for 20 years. Um, it was my job to basically do laundry, costumes, ballerina costumes on set, cleaning things. Like I have, I don't know what a doctorate, a PhD doctorate times 100 in laundry and stains. So I've run the gamut of everything. I can't stand Tide. I can't stand any of this stuff. Again, going back to the fragrance and the smells. For a long time, we just used like all like free and clear or Arm and Hammer free and clear, but there's still really heavy commercial detergents in it. I made my own for a long time, um, which didn't work. It's like, and it's like grating borax or grating borax and then grating soap. I mean, it's like, um, it's a lot, especially when you're babies. We did cloth diapers, so we would use special soap for cloth diapers, and uh, so we've used it all. And recently, I've discovered also I have a fully fledged teenage boy, an almost teenage boy, a daughter and a young daughter that is pretty rough and tumble and uh, plays outside a lot. And then we work out a lot. We have a lot of workout clothes, and that it's hard to clean all of that. And some of the natural detergents just didn't work. And I'm gonna circle back around to that too at the end because I want to talk about things that we tried that didn't work. I recently discovered this seventh generation, right? I think a lot of people that are into non-toxic products have probably heard about this. They've got a good name and they've been around for a long time. Other thing about I want to just mention about these companies and the non-toxic products, a lot of people freak out and they're like, oh, well, that company is owned by Kellogg or that company is owned by Coke or that. And yeah, everything is owned by something that's probably evil. Like, do what you can with what you have available to you. I can't control, you can't control what those companies do, but you can control what you bring into your home, what you use, and the health of your family. And of course, your money does. You vote with your dollars. Your dollars are important where you spend your money. Um, but I don't want to get into like all of that, who all the companies that own all of these products, because that's something that I've talked about seventh generation before, and I've had like, oh, but they're owned by blah, blah. I'm like, okay, what'd you buy on Amazon today? Um, but this is great because it's concentrated and it's light. It's not like a big jar. And so when you put it in, it's portion controlled. So you squeeze it and it just puts out a portion. But I've discovered that this actually gets the funk out of workout clothes, which I love. Uh, I I don't use dryer sheets a lot. I try those wool balls. I used to put essential oils on them. This didn't work. And I'm talking about for static. I'm not talking about for the scent. I'm talking about for reducing static, which you can also put white vinegar um, in your words wash machine. When you open the thing, if you have mine, I have like a place to put the detergent, bleach, and fabric softener. Don't use fabric softener. Use white vinegar. Get a big old jug at Costco. It's like $1, I think. Don't quote me. But I like dryer sheets for the static thing, especially in the winter. Like your hair gets staticky, your clothes get staticky. So I do like Myers for that. And speaking of bleach, there's 2 bleach alternatives that you can use. One is hydrogen peroxide, which is a stain remover. If you get blood on anything, especially ladies get blood on something, you can spit on the blood. You're getting insider secrets now. The enzymes in your own saliva will dissolve the enzymes in your blood, any blood. But it takes a spit, right? So if you get blood on something, spit on it, and then put hydrogen peroxide on it. And then anyone who's ever done that, you'll know that it bubbles up. Hydrogen peroxide is amazing. You can get them in spray bottles. I get in there, it's so inexpensive. It's like 49 cents for a jug of it. I don't have it here, but I have a spray bottle one, and then I just fill the spray bottle up, or, and it's really good for mold also. So you can put hydrogen peroxide in your bleach of your washing machine. I can't, black cloud for the word washing machine. Hydrogen peroxide is also good to whiten your teeth with. So all of those expensive teeth whitening strips and all of that stuff, flip it over and look at the ingredients. It's hydrogen peroxide. So you can get a bottle of hydrogen peroxide and use it as mouthwash to whiten your teeth. You can brush your teeth with it. You can get food grade or medical grade. So the medical grade is the kind you can buy at like the pharmacy. I think it's like 3%. And then food grade is like 12%. And you can get food grade at some pharmacies. I get mine at Good Foods. Yeah. So that's for bleach and stains. And then bleach or whitening clothing is this stuff. It's called bluing. Liquid bluing concentrated, Mrs. Stewart's non-toxic, biodegradable, whitens white clothes safely. I haven't even looked at I haven't put this into the database. I don't even know. Okay. Yeah, the directions are on the back. So basically it counteracts that yellow, like if you have white clothes and they get yellow, or if you wash something white with other like clothing and it gets gray, it's gonna pull that out. It like counterbalances it. Oh, and then this is another thing I just recently discovered. Grove Co., which I think you can get like a subscription to. I got this at Target. But they're a little concentrated, and I actually believe that this is what is in here. So it's concentrated. It's like one of those bottles with 16 ounces of water. Cleaning stuff. So Myers, I use that for like everyday stuff. And then for like heavy duty cleaning, like if I'm gonna mop the floor, it's hot water, like boiling hot water, white vinegar, and dish soap, which dish soap, I don't have it here, but I use Method, 7th Generation, or Myers. Basically, any of those 3 companies I interchange with cleaning and laundry products. Yeah. Let me check my vision board. I think I nailed all of it. Yep, the Method, that's soap, hand soap is Method, yeah. So some of the other things that were mentioned is a makeup company called Araza, Araza. I've never heard of them, but that apparently is a really good one to try. And I think that was everything that we covered. So 2 things that I've tried that weren't successful are the drops. And I think I actually posted about them a long time ago about trying them. We tried dish detergent, laundry, um, all of it, and it didn't. I really wanted it to work, just didn't work. Dish detergent is something too. I haven't um, found something that works really well. I think seventh generation has one. So if you know anybody, that's what I'm on. I'm here. I want to know, what do you use? What dish detergent do you use that is non or not so toxic that works? Nail polish is also another thing. Is that's really toxic. Obviously, like the fumes that you're spraying in. I obviously have nail polish right now, but I love the nail stickers. So that's a good like. Color Street has some. I just bought some special ones today because I have a special meeting on Sunday at my lodge, and so we like to wear like symbols and stuff from our lodge. And so I got special sticker nail polish things that have um, special symbols on them. Uh, and then, so the one of the products that I um, really, really wanted to work, I really, I really wanted it to work, is an MLM. It's a hair company. I think they actually have branched out. Um, I think they have, yeah, they definitely have skin products. I don't know if they have makeup and bath stuff. I don't know. It's called Monat. Um, I bought a lot of their stuff. It's all non-toxic, great company. MLM, however you feel about MLMs, but and I was using myself, my husband, my both of my sons, and my daughter. We all used it, and our hair started falling out. My hair started falling out, and my husband's hair started falling out. And my middle son had an insane skin reaction to a 2-in-1 shampoo. He had a rash. It's pretty much like if you think about washing your hair and where the water, like when you rinse it out, where it runs all down your body. He had this crazy rash that lasted like a week, all under the back, under his ears, on his scalp, the back of his neck, all around his back and down. I mean, it was awful. Uh, so that is, and I'm like a warning. And I know if you look at that company online, I should have known better. I should have done a little bit more research. Um, that so Drops and Monat, uh, Modern Nature. Those are two companies that I really wanted to like and use, but not only did they not work, they were kind of dangerous. Well, one of them was. So I think that about does it. And I'm glad I recorded this one. Um, I apologize to everybody that was on the call that didn't get recorded, but I believe I hit all of the products, and I will type up a PDF of everybody's suggestions and everything that I have here and send it out, and anyone that's interested. So have a wonderful evening, and I will hopefully see you on the next call.